Hello and welcome one and all to another round of Oscar predictions. For those of you who are new here, I did a very similar video last year where I correctly predicted 16 out of the 23 Academy Award categories. Not great, but this year I'm back to try and improve on my score, maybe to help you win any bets of your friends or your coworkers as well. Once again, these are just my predictions based on my own personal opinions of these films, how I think the industry feels about these films, as well as any data I have from the various precursor Guild Awards. And just so we're clear, the Guild Awards are separate award shows that take place leading up to the Oscars that have traditionally been somewhat of a good indicator for who eventually wins the Oscar. So with that out of the way, let's get to some predictions. This video is brought to you by Mubi. Mubi is a streaming platform where some of the best films from around the world, handpicked by film lovers and including some previous Oscar winners and nominees. You can get a 30-day free trial by signing up at mubi.com/maximumhype. So let's start with Best Supporting Actress. Now this used to belong to Kristen Dunst, industry veteran, fantastic performance in The Power of the Dog, but unfortunately the momentum in public opinion has shifted massively, and I am going with current frontrunner Ariana DeBose. She won the SAG, the Screen Actors Guild Award, and based on historical data, the winner of this award went on to win the Oscar 19 out of 26 times and 9 out of the last 10 times, including last year, which gives Ariana DeBose a 73 to 90% chance of winning her Oscar. But honestly, I think this one is a lock. She was electric in West Side Story, and I feel pretty safe with this first prediction. Best costume design, I think, is going to go to Cruella, a surprisingly enjoyable movie with an equally surprising array of costumes. This film was almost designed to win this award, and I've been thinking about how Cruella was going to win this Oscar ever since I saw the movie. I do think it's the frontrunner. It won the Costume Designer Guild Award for Best Period Film, and a period film has won the Oscar for all but 2 years since 1999, giving Cruella a 92% chance of winning the Oscar. So I am putting my money on Cruella de Vil to strut away with this. Best Original Score is an interesting race between Dune and The Power of the Dog. Both fantastic scores in their own right by Hans Zimmer and Johnny Greenwood respectively. I'm going to give the edge to Dune here. It has very slightly better odds on the award prediction site Gold Derby at this very moment. I think the music in Dune really defined the atmosphere, ambition, and scale of the movie a bit better than the music in The Power of the Dog, and I do think Hans Zimmer has a better track record. Believe it or not, this legend has only one Oscar for The Lion King out of 11 previous nominations, so I think the Academy is going to reward him for his work with this Oscar. For Best Adapted Screenplay, unfortunately the WGA, the Writers Guild Awards, has not yet aired at the time of recording, but the winner of this award went on to win the Oscar 16 out of the past 25 times and 6 out of the last 10 times, meaning it has a theoretical prediction accuracy of 60 to 64% of predicting the Oscar winner. Not great as well. The favorite is currently The Power of the Dog, one of its 12 nominations at this year's Oscars, but this is one of my first hot takes of the night. I think this award is going to The Lost Daughter. I think the way it manages to intercut between two different periods of someone's life while slowly revealing the meaning of the story is a more impressive feat of writing. I think last year's mini upset by The Father is evidence that the frontrunner doesn't always win this category, and so I'm taking a chance here on Maggie Gyllenhaal's directorial debut. Best Original Screenplay is a tough category because it's possible for this to be the only award that both Licorice Pizza and Belfast have a realistic chance of winning on the night. The frontrunner in terms of betting odds is currently Licorice Pizza, so no arguments if this is your pick. My favorite movie here was actually King Richard, but for this award, I think Licorice Pizza will take it. Director Paul Thomas Anderson has never won an Oscar and has been nominated 11 times across various categories, and Anderson himself is nominated for 3 different Oscars on the same night. So based on his body of work and just the number of nominations he has, I think the Academy voters are going to give him the win in this specific category. Best Animated Short Film is another tough category to me as well. I've seen 3 out of 5 of these, and although the frontrunner seems to be Robin Robin, a beautiful stop-motion film, my pick is actually The Windshield Wiper, because the animation style is just so gorgeous. Director Alberto Mielgo worked on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, another Oscar-winning film, and here he combines his signature animation style with a very powerful story about love. So I am completely on board with The Windshield Wiper. Coming up next is Best Live Action Short Film, and although I've seen only one of these films, I think it was so powerful that I'm confident that I watched a future Academy Award winner. The Long Goodbye, starring Riz Ahmed, has been the frontrunner for a while, and I do think this is a solid lock. Would highly recommend the film as well. It's on YouTube, viewer discretion is advised. With Best Supporting Actor, there's a two-way battle between Kodi Smitt-McPhee and Troy Kotsur, and my pick here is Troy Kotsur. I think he gave a phenomenal performance and was one of the best parts of Coda. The things he can communicate despite being a deaf actor was heart-wrenching. Troy Kotsur also won the SAG, and the winner of the Supporting Actor SAG Award went on to win the Oscar 18 out of the last 27 times and 8 out of the last 10 times, including last year. This gives the SAG a 67 to 80% chance of predicting the Oscar winner correctly. There is some variance here, but although Kodi Smitt-McPhee was great in The Power of the Dog, I do think he has many more amazing years ahead of him, so I think the winner in the Academy's hearts is Troy Kotsur. Best Documentary Feature is an interesting one. I was surprised The Rescue wasn't nominated, so my default pick is Summer of Soul. It's currently the frontrunner according to the betting odds. It's the only movie I've seen out of the 5 and I enjoyed it. It won 2 major awards at the Sundance Film Festival last year, so all indicators point to Summer of Soul bagging this award easily. If there is a potential upset, look out for Flea, a movie I've heard lots of great things about, and it might speak to people more if voters are thinking about the war in Ukraine, for example, but I do think it's unlikely to beat Summer of Soul. Best Documentary Short Subject. Now I've seen 4 out of 5 of these, and I'm going to vote for the film I thought was the best out of the 4, and that is The Queen of Basketball. A very lovely story about the legacy of Lucia Harris. I think what the film has going for it is also the fact that it's a New York Times op-ed, and last year another New York Times film, Colette, won this Oscar. Interpret that how you will, but Queen of Basketball is my pick in this category. International feature film is probably a lock. Drive My Car is nominated for 3 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, but this is really where it has the biggest chance of winning. The critics and the Academy love this movie, and I don't see any other film realistically beating it. Best Sound is, to me, an easy category. Of all these films, the only movie whose sound shook me to the core is Dune. I think West Side Story is the movie with the next best odds, but that film leaned more specifically on its music and soundtrack rather than its sound design or editing, so I'm going with Dune. For Best Production Design, the ADG or Art Directors Guild Award is split into awards for a period film, fantasy film, and contemporary film. And 3 out of the past 5 Oscar winners in this category also won the ADG for period film. That means that Nightmare Alley has a pretty good chance of winning the Oscar. Now this is the only Best Picture nominee I haven't seen, so I can't really comment on it, but my pick here is once again Dune. I think the world of Dune is just so awe-inspiring and so fully realized, and it wouldn't be that way without the amazing production design, so my money is on Dune once again. For best film editing, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I'm going for Dune once again. I think Dune does have the most momentum in the crafts categories, and it's the odds-on favorite to win the Oscar. It's just such a well-made film, and the editing is no exception. The American Cinema Editors Award winner for Best Dramatic Film has won at the Oscars in 22 out of the last 30 years, but only 4 times out of the last 10 years, giving it a theoretical prediction accuracy range of 40 to 73%. That's a huge range, so I don't think the winner of the Guild Award, King Richard, can be too comfortable with its Oscar chances. For Best Cinematography, I have also gone with Dune. The film is absolutely amazing to look at with all its sweeping wide shots. I think the Denis Villeneuve movies have always looked great, and I think cinematographer Greg Fraser will walk away with his first Oscar after also getting nominated in 2016's Lion. In the Best Visual Effects category, I do think it would be amazing if Spider-Man No Way Home could snatch a victory, but honestly, the effects in that film were not even half as good as the effects in Dune, so for the 5th time in a row, I am predicting Dune to win its last of 6 total Oscars for the night. Makeup and hairstyling will go, I think, to the eyes of Tammy Faye, simply for the amazing transformation of Jessica Chastain into the titular character. But since 2014, no film has ever won the Oscar in this category without first winning a major award at the Makeup Artists and Hairstylists Guild Awards, and Tammy Faye failed to win anything. So look out for Cruella and Coming to America in this category as potential upsets, since both did win some Guild Awards. For Best Animated Film, I do have a soft spot for The Mitchells vs. the Machines. I would be quite pleased if they won, but the winner here is the best animated movie of 2021, and that is Encanto. It's winning a ton of awards on the road to the Oscars, and I think it has been the frontrunner ever since it came out. I'd say this is a safe bet. Best Original Song is a fight between Encanto and No Time to Die. Now I love Encanto and I do like the song Dos Oruguitas, but I don't think it holds the same power as Let It Go or Remember Me. And I do think that the best song out of the bunch is No Time to Die. The past 2 James Bond movies won this Oscar, and I think the trend will continue with No Time to Die. But Lin-Manuel Miranda will get his EGOT if Encanto wins, so you could make the argument that the Academy does want to reward his amazing contribution to the industry. This one may be close. Best Actor in a Leading Role is an easy pick for me. Andrew Garfield, I love you man, and I love your performance in Tick Tick Boom. This is just Will Smith's year, and I don't see anyone voting another way. Will Smith has his SAG award, and the SAG winner in this category went on to win the Oscar 21 out of the past 27 times and 8 out of the past 10 times, which means Will Smith has a theoretical win likelihood of 78 to 80%, so I am pretty comfortable with this choice. Best Actress for the 2nd year in a row is an open race, and it's between Jessica Chastain, who won the SAG, Nicole Kidman, Olivia Colman, and Kristen Stewart. I'm sorry Penelope Cruz, I don't think she's in the running, but I would not be surprised if any of these other actresses won. Now the SAG winner has won the Oscar 19 out of the past 27 times and 7 out of the last 10 times, which gives Jessica Chastain a 70% chance of winning the Oscar. But last year's SAG winner Viola Davis lost the Oscar, so it's really hard to tell who's going to snatch this one. The BAFTA has traditionally been a very good predictor of the Oscar winner, so let's see who wins that one. My heart wants Kristen Stewart to win the Oscar. I think it's time she proved her haters wrong, but the momentum is with Chastain, and I do think she was amazing in the eyes of Tammy Faye, and she has been nominated twice before, so the Academy may want to finally give this one to Chastain. So that is my final pick. Best Director, I think, is going to be an easy pick. it will be Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog. If Denis Villeneuve was nominated in this category, I would have picked him, but Campion just directs the hell out of The Power of the Dog, which could have been an incredibly boring and lifeless movie with a lesser director at the helm. I don't think any director has as much buzz and hype around them as Jane Campion. She is the frontrunner by a country mile, and I'd be happy to see her walk away with the statue. And finally, we have Best Picture. Now, I will say that The Power of the Dog does seem to be the frontrunner, and it has been the frontrunner for a fair bit. But I am going to follow my heart here and pick what I think was the best movie of 2021, and that is Coda. It may not be the frontrunner, but I think the way Best Picture is chosen at the Oscars favors a feel-good movie like Coda, a movie that everyone likes, very few people hate, and not as polarizing as a movie like The Power of the Dog. I think Coda and King Richard fit into that category, and to me it will be the perfect outcome of this year's Oscars for a crowd pleaser to win Best Picture in a time of such uncertainty and flux in the world. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I did. To repeat the same message from the previous year, the Oscars are not the best way to judge a movie's quality. It's just a bit of fun we have trying to predict the winners here. Thank you once again to Mubi for sponsoring this video. Mubi is a streaming platform with some of the best films from around the world, handpicked by film lovers, and including some previous Oscar winners and nominees. You can get a 30-day free trial by signing up at mubi.com/maximumhype. I'll be back with a new video soon, so until next time, have a great week ahead, stay safe, stay hyped, and I'll see you next time.